Good morning, Wildcats. Today is Monday, March 2nd. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Carter, and this is your Wildcat News.
Fun fact, the oldest continuous sporting event in the U.S. is the Kentucky Derby.
Today's quote of the day is, "Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it."
Today is Dr. Seuss Day.
On this day in history in 1836, during the Texas Revolution, a convention of American Texans meet at Washington on the Brazos and declares the independence of Texas from Mexico.
All juniors will be automatically registered to take the free school day SAT at WCHS this Wednesday. Students may use this test for college applications, Bright Futures eligibility, and graduation testing requirements.
We are excited to announce that many of our local Pasco County scholarships have officially opened for applications. These opportunities are now available for students to check directly in their Zello accounts. Check your Wildcat Wisdom newsletter for more information.
The National Guard will be at both lunches today. Good morning, Wildcats. This is Zoe with your Wildcat Sports Report. In this week's school sports, on Monday, JV baseball plays Sun Lake at home at 6, and girls flag football plays Weeki Wachee at 12:45. On Tuesday, girls flag football plays Sun Lake in Zephyr Hills at 6 o'clock. On Wednesday, softball plays Berkeley at home at 6:30, while girls lacrosse heads to Angeline at 5, and JV baseball plays Pasco at 7. On Thursday, girls flag football plays Weeki Wachee at 7, and varsity baseball heads to Pasco for a game at the same time. And on Friday, girls flag plays Angeline at home at 6. Girls lacrosse heads to Lakeland for a game at 7:30, and varsity baseball plays Cypress at 6. In this week's Tampa sports, the Lightning kick off the week with a game in Minnesota against the Wild at 9:30 on Tuesday before heading to Winnipeg to face the Jets on Thursday at 8. On Saturday, the Bolts will fly to Toronto for a rematch against the Maple Leafs at 7 o'clock, following their 4-2 victory against the Canadian team last Wednesday. They will then close out the weekend in Buffalo with a 6 o'clock game versus the Sabres. The Rays begin this week of spring training on Monday with a match against the Pittsburgh Pirates. On Tuesday, they face off against the Minnesota Twins in Fort Myers, while also playing the Philadelphia Phillies at the same time in Port Charlotte. On Wednesday, the Rays will play a special game against the Netherlands team in Port Charlotte, followed by the Baltimore Orioles on Thursday and the Yankees on Friday. Lastly, they play the Red Sox on Saturday before their rematch against the Atlanta Braves on Sunday. And now for today's lunch. Good morning, Wildcats. I'm Zoe, and this is your Wildcat Lunch. Today's entrees are a PB&J sandwich, a chicken BLT salad, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, a barbacoa taco, a chicken tinga bowl, and baked Tostito scoops. Today's vegetable options are a salsa dipping cup and street corn. Today's fruit options are a fresh orange, a peach cup, and fruit juice. Today's milk choices are 1% milk and fat-free chocolate milk. And now on to today's weather. Good morning, Wildcats. My name is Zoe, and this is your Wildcat weather. Today's forecast calls for a high of 79 and a low of 55. There will be a 0% chance of rain. Wind speeds will range from 5 to 11 miles per hour, with gusts up to 18 miles per hour. The average humidity will be 61%, and UV levels reach up to a 6, or a high on the UV index. Also, air conditions for breathing will be very good today, and there is a very high risk of allergy symptoms. And now, back to your anchors.
If there is anything else that needs to be added to the Wildcat News, please feel free to contact Mr. Davis at the email address displayed on screen. And that's all for your Wildcat News. Have a great day, Wildcats.